Hi there, it's me, it's Mike, and instead of recording a video and editing it, I just decided to do a live stream of the whole last wave of figures with the Darth Maul. I already opened up the Thrawn. If you want to see me open that up, that was in the 2 pack, the Walmart 2 pack, the Night Trooper one. Um, but I'll give my full thoughts on it. Oh, what's up, Joby One? How's it going, man? What's up, Rob Henry? Yeah, I just with all the bullshit going on today and tonight, I just want to just talk about toys. I just want to like look at toys and think about toys. Toys are fun. Toys are fine. Um, but just for fun, so everyone knows, uh, friend of the me, I almost say friend of the show, but it's friend of the me, Amir Toy Snowman is he got the new wave of figures. Not even the skeleton crew figures. He got the wave with the new Luke, the new Leia. Like he's sending that to me. I paid for it. I always say he's sending it to me, but like he's sending it to me because I bought it. Although he does give me full disclosure, he does give me a decent deal on the figures. But I do still pay for them. Um, that's coming. And what's up, Harpo Quandrax? Quandrax. Anyway, so that's on its way. Like it's coming, and it was kind of stressing me out a little bit, knowing that I had the new wave of figures with like Vernestra Row and the little Baze guy coming, and I still haven't opened up. I haven't even opened my old wave of figures. So I need to open them up. And I was gonna record a video, but honestly, the thought of like recording and then editing, like there was more work than I wanted to do this week. So I'm just gonna open them up. But before I do that, what's up, Nico? How's it going? I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I just kind of want a fun distraction. That's all. And again, popping up Joby Wan on there and Rob Henry. Love seeing it. Emmanuel Silver. Honestly, that's a great question. I I really, I'm not gonna say no, but I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Even in the 3 3/4 inch line, like the only reason I feel like they have one is because there was that long period in between the prequels and like the sequels where there wasn't any new Star Wars content at all. So the only thing Hasbro could do was just find obscure characters and pump them out. And that's where you get a lot of the fun stuff. That's the stuff that I kind of want to see in the future. Um, but I just with the fact that we're always for the foreseeable future, we're going to be getting new media stuff. I just don't know if Hasbro will be in a position to be able to go back and fill out niche holes for that. Because let's be honest, the average like normal, the average normal movie watcher slash even base level Star Wars fan has no idea who Oppo is. Like not even an inkling. They would be like, who's this weird looking old man snake guy? And that's a fair thing because he's really only in the background of the prequels and like blink and you'll miss him, no lines. He's a cool looking figure. I'd buy him in a heartbeat. I just don't see that happening. Building my next Godzilla right now. Try to keep my mind off all from today. Yeah, um, you cast your vote, and that's all you can really do. The rest just happens, and you hope everything kind of works out okay. Even if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, you kind of still hope it works out okay. Can't stay long, gonna sleep. We'll listen during the process. Okay, figures. Hey, man, I'm just glad that you're here for sure. Yeah, I don't know if they would ever do that for just like a one off, like even a deluxe, like that would, let's all also be honest, a figure like Oppo or Rencisis, he would have to be whatever is like above deluxe. I just feel like there's no way they would do deluxe on that. They would, It would have to be above that with the snake tail and stuff. So we'll see. I know one of the cool things with like one of the cool things with the way GI Joe does stuff is they have a couple different levels. So like Star Wars basically has like base level and then deluxe level, and there's not really much. Like you do get the one off. Like I did open up this. Like you'll get stuff like this, but it's not like a normal thing. Whereas GI Joe has like the tiers built in where they're like regular, deluxe. Then there's like the companion one, and then there's like another tier on top of that. But I'm again, I'm not saying I hope they don't, and I think the pre-order thing, like they're doing with the Sentinels, um, and they did, I think they did it with the E-wing, and did it with the Boba Fett or the Jabba's palace thing. Like, there's room for that for sure, and I really want Hasbro to utilize that more for sure. I love an Embo. He's probably my number. He's definitely my number one. Um, he's my number one bounty hunter right now for sure, like hands down. Carson Teva is like a no brainer. Like he's new media. He's a popular actor. He's a fun character, and they've sprinkled him in, all the different shows or whatever. Like definitely Carson Teva should get a figure. I 100% agree with that. I mean, Admiral Trench and Duchess Satine, absolutely. Seth would be fantastic. I mean, I honestly, I'd buy them, but that's not saying much because if it's a character in Star Wars, I'll buy it. But there are some I'm more excited to buy than others. Admiral Trench, big spider dude, 100%. Duchess Satine, I don't know. I feel like if they did her, they'd have to do like a two pack. I don't know if there's so many people that are lining up to buy like a Duchess Satine. But if they did like a two pack with Duchess Satine and like the Mandalorian Obi-Wan, I do like a little like Death of the Duchess kind of two pack thing or whatever. I think that would be really, really cool. How do you like 86 Optimus Prime? He's great, 100%. He's down here on the floor. He's my fiddle around with character right now. He's fun to transform. He's fun to pose. Mine, I mean, they all have the backwards heels or the upside down heels on the bottom, but it doesn't bother me, and I'm not popping pins out to fix it. But other than that, he's great. What's up, Clone Command? How you doing, bud? Yeah, that's kind of my point, Gobot. Oppo who? Most people, if it's not like a main character or a trooper, they're not interested in buying these background blinking and missing characters. That being said, people like myself, when I grew up in the '90s and I was a Star Wars fan in the '90s, like the background characters, like the background Cantina members and Jabba's Palace guys, like those are my jam. Like I needed those. Because that was all we had. Because you can only get so many Luke Skywalkers and Lando Calrissians and Han Solos and Princess Leia's in the line. I loved getting those fun random background characters. So it's kind of the same for me, but I recognize that I am an outlier there. I'm definitely not like the majority. I also want a lot of characters from Outlaws. What'd you think of it now that you finished it? I thought it was great. I thought the ending was great. I didn't see the twist coming at all. Like I would love Outlaws characters. Like I think that they're great, and it was a fun game. Legitimately, it was a fun game. In fact, once they do, I think they're doing another update or two. I might go back and like replay it. But yeah, what's up, Blastoise 91? How's it going? Rhino, how you doing, buddy? You want all prequel Jedi? That's all. You know what, Manuel? I mean, that's fine. Everyone's got their thing. The Star Wars is a huge universe, and there's so many things you can collect. You can collect just troopers, just clone troopers. You can collect just Jedi. You can collect just bounty hunters. Like you can collect just aliens. There's so much out there, and that's kind of the fun of Star Wars for me is it's a big universe. I think the key comes down to it is obviously like they're not going to make all figures that are what you want, uh And what gets me is like the people that complain about it. I get if they're never getting it. Like if you really love prequel Jedi and they haven't made any prequel Jedi in like 2 or 3 years, and you're like, "Where's the prequel Jedi?" That's a valid complaint. I get that. But like when they have a wave and there's like one prequel Jedi and the rest are other things, and you're like, "Oh, it's not all prequel Jedi. Hasbro sucks." Like temper it. Like there's a lot of Star Wars to go around, and they can't all be the same thing because they have to appease a lot of different people. So it's gonna kind of spread everything out. But I get it 100%. If that Sebulba looks good, looks in person as good as it does in the pictures, it's gonna be a hit. The color gradient on him looks so good. Again, same thing. I agree. Aliens are fun, especially unique aliens like a Doug, where he walks on his hands and like high fives with his feet. I love it. I'm definitely, I've got him pre-ordered for sure. Loved it. Still playing just to do the side. Yeah, there's a lot of side stuff in that game. I kind of I front loaded a lot of the side stuff, but I still didn't finish it. There's like those one-off little treasure map things, and I did some of them, but I didn't do all of them. So I need to go back and finish those off for sure. Give me all the stars and all the wars for sure, man. Simpsons season 9 episode 2 is my comfort zone. Painful torture. Okay, well that'll work. Hoping the Rancor does a limited time order structure. I think that they could do it. I really do. Not to bring everything back to the Rancor. I really do think they could do it, but I don't know if it would be the same Rancor. Kind of like how the Sentinel that we're getting in that thing is not the same Sentinel that was the HasLab. It's a good like 8 inches smaller. It's like 4 inches smaller than Giant Man, I think. So he's not nearly as big, which means like they might have scaled it, but you have to have all new molds and stuff. So I don't know if they'll do the same thing. They might make a smaller version of the Rancor. I could see them doing specifically like a Book of Boba Fett Rancor, where he's on there. They like put a Boba Fett with him. Maybe that's how we finally get the Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett, have him sitting on top of the Rancor like a little seat. Like I think they could do that because that Rancor was smaller than Patissa from Return of the Jedi, because that was a full grown Rancor, whereas the one in Book of Boba Fett was a juvenile Rancor. So I think I 100% think that they could do that. They could just scale down the parts or whatever, make it a little bit less expensive. For sure. We need a Rancor battalion, ARC troops with new updated clone bodies. Yeah, 100%. Vortex. I mean, again, I love all those random mess like ARC trooper paints and variants. I don't have any problem with repaints. I mean, even if they're not valid repaints, like I love the holiday repaints as long as they're clever or interesting. That's what I care about. But like some things like I got over the carbonized repaints. Like that was a fun thing when they came out, but I don't care about carbonized anymore. Yeah, riding like a bantha. But so I don't want to repaint for the repaint's sake, but I think there are fun and good repaints to do. Anyways, let's do my first unboxing. I'm just gonna take the top one from the list, and that's Ahsoka. I was not going to buy this. Just like everyone else, I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait. By the way, I tried doing this in my booth, my light booth, but I didn't have a good way of seeing chat and doing it. So I'm just doing it this way. So it's not as fun as doing it in my light booth, but it is what it is. I'm also, because I'm doing this live, I can't do my fun transition, but that's also going to be okay. I hate these things. My cat steals them. I find them under my bed. All right. But yeah, I wasn't going to get this, but I was at Target and I saw her on shelf and I was like, fine. Like, I can't remember the last time I bought figures in store, and I got 2 figures that way. This very wave. I found 2 in store where I was like, fine, I'll buy them. I wasn't planning on buying them, but I'll buy them. Will I buy her if she comes out with a cape? I don't know. Maybe. I haven't decided. It really depends on how the cape looks. I can always take a cape or the from something else, or the robe or whatever it is. I could also, um, I could buy like a Josh's custom cape or something like. There's options, but seeing her in hand, I gotta say, she looks real good. I have to put her in front of. Can you? You don't want to focus on this. That's fine. She looks good. She really does. The paint, the sculpt, the face, everything looks really, really good. She just really is missing. Oh, I really like her butterfly joints too. It's like the whole shoulder, which is interesting. Yeah, that's nice. I do wish she had her robe. I also wish she came with the staff. Um, that she had in Rebels. Like she doesn't have it obviously in Ahsoka, but she did in Rebels, and I think that would be kind of fun because she looked more like a wizard uh, when she had that. I think her bigger saber always goes on her right hand, and the smaller saber goes on her left hand. I always forget that. It kind of bugs me that she has two different size sabers. I also don't like that they're curved. I don't know, like I get they do it to make it more fun or more interesting or whatever, but like uh, for me as a figure, it always looks a little weird. But yeah, she looks good. I really do like the way she looks. And since I didn't buy the Ahsoka in the first wave of Ahsoka figures, she's now my Ahsoka for my Ahsoka shelf. So I feel like it was a no brainer. But yeah, her head is fantastic. Like the paint all the way around. I'll probably end up. I do this with every figure with a lightsaber now. If they have a way to store it, which she does, I'm taking the lightsaber blades off because living in California, we get earthquakes, and no matter how you secure them on the shelf, they're gonna fall. I've lost a couple lightsabers due to breakage from hitting the ground from falling off the shelf. So I'll probably take the blades out and then just put the lightsabers on her little hooks. She's good. I like her. So far, so good. I'll take some pictures later. Let's see. Joby One. That Ahsoka is so nice. And yeah, I agree. Let's see. Anyone else order CT Toys Mafex Brownout Wolverine? I did, and I'm pumped to get him. I did not, and I hope you like him. Let's see. Have you had a chance to check out those dwarves? Book me a Kirby. Oh, no, 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 no. I have not had a chance to look at the dwarves books because honestly, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Before I forget again, I am going to write myself a note. That way, I will not forget. Yeah, I agree. The gray outfit looks way better than the black outfit for sure. Yeah, I love long series books. I love getting into something and knowing that there's so much more ahead of me to go. That's always a fun feeling. I ordered the Transformers series Studio 86 Optimus Prime. Can't wait to get it. Honestly, it's I don't want to overhype it, but it's probably one of the best. I don't know if I'll say the best, but it's one of the best and very close to being the best non masterpiece like mass release Transformer. It's just the for me, it's just the right level of complicated to where I feel like I'm actually doing something when I transform it. Like the steps I'm taking aren't just like fold away hands and put feet back and that's it. Because I feel like sometimes Transformers are a little bit too basic, whereas I like them to be a little bit more complicated. And um, the Studio Series Optimus Prime is exactly that. Those tiny tabs for the lightsaber are ridiculous. They barely stay. They're not hooks. You have to push the sabers into the pegs on our belt. Yeah, that was kind of the same for the first release of Ahsoka as well. I remember that being an issue as well. You're right. They are more tabs than hooks. Better than Siege? Oh, it's not even a question. Like, way better than Siege for sure. I am on of the. I don't really like the Siege Optimus Prime. Like, it's not bad, but um, I don't think it aged particularly well. Let's go ahead and open up a new one. I just picked another one off the top. I don't know. I don't think these are in any specific order, but this is the Cassian Andor. I'm assuming from season 2 of Cassian of Andor, I should say. I'm looking forward to season 2 of Andor for sure. Go. I'll probably transform the Optimus Prime just for you after this, if you want. After I'm done opening these up. I remember this figure, the body got leaked, and people were posting it on like Facebook groups and whatnot, and people were saying like, "Oh no, it's a custom. Like it's using this person's feet and this person's arms," and I'm like, "No, like none of these parts have been used before. These are all brand new parts." And like I feel like no one believed me. I even got a message from my buddy Mike, not me Mike, I'm not messaging myself, but like a different Mike, and he's like, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, I said it in the comments, like this is a whole new body. Like the jacket, again, all we saw was this because they never have heads in those leaks, but like the arms are brand new, the jacket's brand new, the pants are brand new, the feet and the legs are brand new. There's no reuse here, and you can always tell from the molding, the sculpting. I looked at like 20 different pants. Obviously, it's using the new leg construction, so I'm like, there's only so many legs it can be. But yeah, I was right. It was nice being right, I guess. Maybe maybe the torso isn't new. That I mean that could just be any other torso. It's just got the flap down. But hard to say. I don't care enough to go through and look. So he comes with that little gun. That's kind of the normal gun that most Cassians come with, I think. And then he's also got like this fun little pistol. What a fun pistol. So he's got two guns, which is rare. Oh, come on. Let's get that in there. He also doesn't have upper thigh swivel, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That complaining about it every time a new figure comes out without it is just, to me, it's meaningless. Like there's just, it's never gonna end, basically. But yeah, I know it's a good figure. It's a good looking figure. Probably the best Diego Luna likeness we've gotten. Like the hair sculpt is fantastic. I love the way the hair comes over the forehead there. It's a separate piece glued on. Well, the whole head is, but oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Absolutely. This looks fantastic. Gotta straighten the belt here. The belt's riding up on his tummy like an old man. But yeah, I love characters that look like this, where they're kind of the rapscallion rogue, like smuggler type look, the Han Solo kind of look. I do like that. So he looks good. The fun thing about it, I'm listening to the Thrawn trilogy, the original one. I went back and I started. It's been 15 years maybe since I last read it. I never listened to it before, so I decided. My dad had it on our Audible account. He bought them, and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to them. It's been a while. And Mark Thompson, who I met at ICC Con, is reading it, and he reads Talon Card with like a Latino Hispanic accent. And now, like in my head, that this is how I see Talon Card. So again, it's your headcanon. If you buy Cassian Andor, you don't love Cassian Andor, but you do love like the original Thrawn trilogy, there's no reason this couldn't be a Talon Card action figure. You know, that's no problem. But he looks good. He really does look good. Great likeness. I absolutely like that one. What's up, Jedi Master Joshua? It's a great figure, 100%. And then just kind of going down the line, I guess I had all the Andor figures together. We've got Dedra. Dedra was one of those figures, like, I feel like she's more an obligation to me than a real want. I know a lot of people, like a lot of my friends, Zach, my co-host, this, I don't think this is his outfit from the beginning of the movie. I'm pretty sure this is something from season 2 of, but it might be. But it's labeled as Cassian as Andor, not from Rogue One. So I don't think it's from Rogue One. I'm pretty sure it's from season 2 of Andor. But yeah, Dedra, like, I want her to get more Imperials in the line. I always want more Imperials. But, and I liked her character a lot. It's just, again, it's kind of hard to get excited sometimes for some of these characters. But, like, she looks good. So, I'm trying to get the gun out here. What I love is that she comes with a data pad. And that's something, like, I wish more figures came with. Is, like, just normal in-world stuff. Not a blaster that they never use. I'm looking at you, Power of the Force 2 from the 90s. Again, like, she doesn't have a holster. So she has this cool looking blaster, but she doesn't have any place to store it. So I'm probably not going to display her with it, because she does come with this really nice looking data pad with paint apps on it. I do wish there was something on the screen there. I'm sure you can get some, like, blue or red vinyl or something and get that in there just to give there, or maybe someone will make some stickers. It kind of looks like there's a camera on the back of it. That's kind of fun. But it's like a really big iPad. Oh, that's on the front of it. Maybe it's a selfie camera then. That's what, I was looking at the front. Let's see if I can get these in our hand. Oh, come on. Giant FU data pad. Exactly. Lack of sleep near. Rogelio, I don't think so, because I think if it were specifically an outfit from Rogue One, it would say Rogue One on the packaging, but it doesn't. Um it says Andor. So I'm pretty sure that it's an outfit from Andor. But yeah, so that's how she's gonna be on my shelf. Like, no crazy stance, nothing really that stands out. But, like, she is an Imperial. She's an Imperial officer. She's an ISB agent, which is also fun. We definitely need a Yularen. I would love a Yularen for sure. But yeah, the face looks great. I know it's hard to see on this camera, but the face looks great. There's the shading on her hair looks fantastic. All of this looks really, really good. Great figure. It's just, when when you put her, like, next to him, like, this is fun and exciting, and then this is like going to the dentist office. You're like, it's routine. You got to do it, but it's not exactly fun. But she does have a really big iPad. All right, what else we got? The other figure I wasn't going to pick up. Agreed. Yularen and Portagaz would be awesome Black Series figures, 100%. I wasn't going to pick this up, but again, I saw it in the store, and I was like, I can't remember the last time I bought a Black Series figure from a store. And so I picked it up, and at the very least, it's an excuse to buy another security droid figure. I've already got K2SOs. I'm pretty sure there aren't any differences between this K2SO and the other K2SOs that we've had in the line so far. This is the third time I've bought K2SO specifically. I bought the original one, and then I bought the one in the new Rogue One packaging when they released them all with the new boxes. And now we've got K2SO in an Andor box, which because he's gonna be in season 2 of Andor. But you know, it's a fun droid design, and if you play the games, like if you play, I don't remember if there are any in Outlaws, but there's definitely a bunch in the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi, all those games. Like they're in there and they're annoying. So it's just more bad guys for that. Like it doesn't have to be K2SO. It's just a KX security droid. Yes. I don't like this would be the second one with photoreal because the other one came out in the new outfits. He's got photoreal as well. But yeah, I love this guy because he's all leg. There's just so much leg there, but also because of the proportions between the legs and the torso, the long legs and the short squat torso, it does put his balance off a lot. And I really do wish that they would give him a blaster. I could just give him the blaster that came with Dedra. Doesn't really fit in his hand. Like it's a little ridiculous. This is the third time we've had a K2SO, and him getting a gun from Jin was like a big part of the movie. It was a nice moment. I won't say it was a big part of the movie, but it was a nice moment in the movie. It was a moment that stands out. And it's a little ridiculous they haven't given him one. He's got Steve Urkel proportions, is what it is. Like bending his legs, having him like walk in. He's like, "Did I do that?" Like all nasally. This guy 100% comes over to his neighbor's house uninvited, for sure. Gaming Greats Armored ISB Agent would be great for sure. Yeah. Agent Callus would be a good one too. Yeah, 100%. Like we need all the Calluses. We need Imperial Agent Callus with his big mutton chops and the helmet. We need the Rebel version. Like I want all of Callus. Absolutely. What do you think happened with KVS not being released in the Black Series? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. If you don't know how the action figure thing works, you could say, oh well, you know, there's a lot of negativity towards the game, so they didn't make a toy. The problem is when they do a toy of a figure, like they've got to start back basically like way before. Like when we heard of the game, they would already be making the toys for it. So it's a possibility they were making it and they saw the negativity towards the game and they were like, we don't want to release the toy or whatever. I don't think so. I really don't. I think that I don't know. I'm a little surprised. I would love a KVS and a Nyx 100%. Like I would love it if they did a KVS, Nyx, and speeder bike pack. Like that would be ideal for me. Like a make it like a convention exclusive, $50. You get the speeder, you get KVS, you get a Nyx, $60. I don't know. I would love that so much, 100%. But I have no idea why we don't have it yet. Maybe we will. Maybe they were just waiting to see what the reaction to the game was before they made it. But yeah, I don't know. But moving on, you know what? I'm gonna save Darth Maul for last because I haven't I haven't done that. So let's go ahead and open up this one. Um, this is one of those, like when what I do with? Oh, here it is. Uh, when you're watching a TV show, like a Star Wars TV show or movie, and you see a character for the first time, you're like, I want a toy of that. And as soon as we saw these guys in season 3 of Mandalorian, I thought, I want a toy of that for sure. Rogelio, for sure, they could easily do an ND5. I mean, they're already doing the regular version for the Clone Wars lineup. Like, there's no you just put a soft goods robe on or jacket, trench coat on it, and it's good. That's all you need. I mean, to get it proper, they'd have to do a new chest with the holes and blaster marks and stuff on it. But yeah, I really do like having like what as a Mandalorian Imperial kind of figure. This was a no-brainer. I ordered one of these from Hasbro, and then I ordered 2 more from Amazon and forgot. And I returned the 2 that I had on Amazon, and then I realized actually I should have only returned one of them. So I think I'm getting another one tomorrow from Amazon again because I do want more than one of these guys. I do think I think 2 is the optimum number. But yeah, I mean it's an Imperial Trooper. It's like Mandalorian-esque. I do think his head is it's just a touch small. I don't think it's super small, but I do think it is a touch small. Like there's no way you have a real person's head underneath there. I think the helmet is the size of someone's head. So like I just imagine the head of the actual person in there being like from Beetlejuice when they shrunk the head. Anyway, I don't know. I think they did make the trooper head just a scotch too small. That being said, I still think it looks good. And Star Wars has always had weird issues with proportions, especially with like CGI clone troopers and whatnot. So let's get his little blaster in his holster there. Yeah, Rogelio, that's kind of how I view it. Like it's not perfect, but at what point do you go, I don't care if it's not perfect. I'm going to overlook its flaws because I like what it represents more than I don't like issues with it. Also, I do love the little backpack, and I love that the backpack fits on the Mandalorian, which maybe I'll go get. All right, let's see how this works here. And yeah, it's got the same little thing. There we go. So yeah, it works just fine. That's fun. Don't knock over. There we go. Okay. The only thing that bothers Rogelio is that the knee pads are in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's an issue with a lot of Black Series figures. Is they always put them attached to the top of the leg instead of attached down here, and they really should be attached down here. Um, it really doesn't make sense that they always kind of default to the top of the leg, top of the knee instead of the bottom of the knee, because it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. All right, and then trying to find that elbow cut there, and let's put. Ooh, Rhino, that's a good point. It does have shades of Ralph McQuarrie Stormtrooper to it, for sure. I get that. 100%. But I kind of agree with you. It's not as good as I hoped it would be. Um, I think the fact that it's a trooper with a jetpack is doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. But at the very least, I do need to, because when they come out with the Moff Gideon with I'll need two of these guys flanking him. So getting two of those was always something I was gonna do. Lazy Aardvark, how's it going? Hope we get another one with the red markings of the shields. Yeah, for sure. Are they supposed to have a knife in their boot? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch season 3 again. It's been a while since I've done it, so I like all those little details are gone. I don't remember any of that stuff. So okay, last one, and it's the one I've been waiting for the longest. This is the new Darth Maul, and I've been wanting them to redo Darth Maul for a long, long time. Darth Maul was first made in the very first wave. It was the first figure I ever picked up in the line. I remember being at Target 2013. I was working at the mall. I was working at the Apple store in our mall. Hence the shirt. I got a lot of swag from working there. And I was they had a Target open. It took over, I think, the old J.C. Penney. No, it wasn't J.C. Penney. Robinson's May. Anyways, I got off of work and I always went to the toy aisle. It was like my nightly ritual. No matter how much in a rush I was, every time I was done with the shift, unless my shift ended before the mall or after Target closed, which happens sometimes depending on the night. Always end my night at Target. And I remember going down the toy aisle and seeing they had the whole first wave, the Luke, the R2, the Sand Trooper, Darth Maul, and it was back when I wasn't as financially well off, and Darth Maul was the one I picked of all those. I was like, Darth Maul's the guy. He's my guy. I gotta get him. He's a cool looking Sith dude. He was my first one, but he also, I feel like of all of those, he aged the worst. None of those were good. Like eventually I would want all of them to be redone for sure. The Stormtrooper needed a new body. R2 needed a bigger body. The Luke was fine, honestly. He was probably the best one. Just the one that aged the best over time. But Darth Maul's biggest problem was his legs. Those legs they had for him were terrible. His feet were like shaped as like a rocker. And then the problem is they kept reusing them so often. Darth Nihilus used him. They had those other not Mandalorians, Dathomir guys that used him. They that was back when they were doing sculpt over function, and they hadn't done anything like butterfly joints, and he just was very limited for what he could do. And now you've got this, and man, that looks so much better. That looks so much better. That's crazy. Let's I was gonna say, I remember that opening night seeing Star Wars Episode 1 in theaters and having him ignite that second blade. But honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal because, like, it wasn't a surprise to anyone who saw it because it was in literally every commercial. It was, the toy had been out. You could buy the actual lightsaber way before the movie came out. So it wasn't like it was a surprise. They weren't like, oh man, now we've got a lightsaber blade Darth Maul. with two blades, like everyone knew. It wasn't a big surprise, but it was still cool seeing it in theaters for sure. I wish they wouldn't do the breaking in half thing, just because like it makes it annoying and it makes it droop a little bit. I know why they do it. Obviously, they do it so you can have it break and have him just do one like he did in the movie. But I just find it kind of annoying, more annoying than helpful. But yeah, oh, that looks so good. It's like night and day. So much better. It's not even fair. I still haven't opened up the one from the I have the one with the blood fin, the little speeder. I haven't opened that one up yet. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were dressed as Darth Maul in '99. Even after that, Darth Maul was cool for sure. Uh, that this Maul is easily, yeah. I mean, I might do a video comparing this one to the original. Still, like on top of all that, I might compare the original, this one, and maybe like the Clone Wars one, just to kind of have the evolution of Darth Maul in the Black Series. I think that could be like a fun video to do, but it's not even close that this is the best one. My first video of yours is a Bad Batch Rex. You convinced me in that review not to buy it. Oh man, I mean, I guess that's good. That's why I do those videos. Is sometimes it's not worth the money to buy some things. Um, and I just kind of give the pros and cons. That one to me, speaking as someone who had the original release, was a big downgrade. But then I recognize that there are people that bought it because that was the only option they had. Because getting the red box release of Rex was too expensive. It was cost prohibitive. I'm glad that they re-released it now because that's the greatest Clone Wars figure. Um, I don't even necessarily think they have to update it on the body, although I know they're doing the Phase One version on the new body, so we'll see how I feel. Hey, it's Zach, my co-host from Black Series Cantina. Am I getting the GameStop 3-pack? No, I was. I had it pre-ordered. I was excited to get it, but when this guy came out first, and I have the robe that I cared about because I really wanted the robe. I have the robe from from the Bloodfin set, so I don't need another one with the robe. And I have the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon already. I bought third-party robes for them, so I don't need robes for them either. I didn't want to spend that much money just to get the same figures I already own with some robes, although I almost did buy it. I mean, it might have those those old rubber masks. I had one. I have one somewhere from like I was dressed as a Sergeant Slaughter. It was a picture of me, but it was like one of those old '80s with like those weird, really crappy plastic masks, and the the weird rubbery plastic like covering that you wear. It's like a jumpsuit that you wear, um but it's not really Sergeant Slaughter. It literally says like GI Joe on the front. Those old costumes from the '80s, that they weren't great. But there's a picture of me dressed as Sergeant Slaughter and something like that. But yeah, those old rubber masks, those are not great. Is this mall better than the Gaming Greats Mall? It's different. So it really depends on what look you like better. I would say the figures themselves, the proportions, the articulation, the construction is similar. But it really comes down to, do you want the episode one looking Darth Maul, or do you want a Darth Maul? The Gaming Greats one is modeled after kind of Rebels, slash what you can play as him in the old master outfit in Battlefront 2. So if you like that look better, then get that one. I don't think one is inherently better than the other. It's just what look you like better. They're from different eras of his life. Same thing with like the Clone Wars one and whatnot. I think if I had to choose, I would probably choose this one, just because like this is my Darth Maul. This is the Darth Maul I grew up with, the one that I remember. So that's what I would choose. But I think your preference there is just the look you like better. What's up, David Williams? How's it going, man? Love that. Love the Cosmic Legion's little avatar you got there. That's all the figures I was gonna order. Open, not order. Open. For the people that haven't been here the whole time, I didn't open this. I'd already opened this, so I guess I could talk about it. He's great. I think that he looks good. The face looks good. I do wish he had. It's weird that he doesn't have butterfly joints, and I wish his arms had a little bit of a deeper cut. I love that this hand is more of an expressive hand than like an actual C cup hand. But yeah, I think that's good. Probably not the best in the wave. Let me rank these in the wave. Ooh, let's do that. Let's rank these from my opinion, obviously, worst to best in the wave. I think worst is gonna be K2SO, just because. I mean, he's got all the problems K2SO has had, and he's a straight re-release of those old figures. So that's gonna be the worst one. Easily the most skippable one for normal people, which is probably why I found him on the shelf. Next, I'm gonna say, next I'm gonna say is this, the Imperial Commando. It's fun, but I think there's just too many little nitpick issues to where I wish it were better. But again, don't hate it. Just kind of like that. I think next is probably going to be Dedra, just because she's just an Imperial person. Like, I love her giant iPad, her blaster that she doesn't have any place to hold. She looks great, but she's just that. That's all she is, and that's just for me. That's the interest level I've got. I think next I'm gonna say Thrawn, for a very similar reason. Like, he looks great, but at the end of the day, he's just an old guy in a white uniform. Next, I'm probably gonna do Ahsoka, even though she doesn't have a robe, and I think a lot of people are passing on her because they know there's gonna be one with a robe, and that is fair. 100% that's gonna happen. So you could easily pass on her, no problem. But I do think she's great and she looks good. I think next is gonna be Cassian. I think that this is one of the best human characters we've had in the line. It's easily the best likeness of Diego Luna we've had in the line, and it's just fun to have another like smuggler looking figure. So love that. And then the best one, hands down, easily, Darth Maul. That's the best of the wave for sure. Yeah, we definitely need Admiral Yularen, Imperial ISB Yularen, or Clone Wars Yularen. Either way, love a Yularen. What's up, Doug Smith? How's it going? I convinced you to get the Enoch and Night Trooper. I wasn't going to get it originally, but Enoch alone. The Enoch is so good, and they look so good with Thrawn for sure. Like, they look good on the shelf together. Absolutely, they could definitely make a Captain Peleon from the Thrawn trilogy. I mean, he's not even from the Thrawn trilogy. They name drop him, like he's in the not Clone Wars, the Mandalorian season 3. Like, they say his name. He's in one of those last episodes when they have a little Imperial Council. One of those guys is Admiral Peleon. So for sure. Is Rhino Hobby still here? Because I was before I do anything else, I was gonna mess around with my Optimus Prime, but if he's not here, I'm probably gonna do it. Yeah, I missed out. I mean, I could have gone back and had Walmart adjust the price because I bought it, when they ordered and then they went down to 35. But it just wasn't that $10 or $8 or whatever. It just wasn't worth it to me to do. Okay, he's here. Yeah. So yeah, Optimus Prime, so good, like really really, so good. And I have a lot of Optimuses. They're all up right here, so I have a lot to base this off on. He is not perfect. I wish his head were a little bit different. Like I wish these little antennae were like a little bit thinner. I know why they didn't do that. They can't make them too thin and too pointy because kids will get stabbed. They have like regulations they have to follow. Like I get that. I know there's some third party heads coming out that you can change it on your own, but it's fine. And then also all of them have, at least so far, these heels are upside down. This blue part should be swapped, but to fix it, punch you have to punch the this pin out, and I'm not gonna do that. It's not worth it to do. But other than that, he's great. The trailer is great. The roller is great. All of it's great. The transformation is fun. Um, I definitely love this. Hey, it's Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Anyways, that is that's my. You joined right at the end. I was only gonna go live for like an hour or so and open up some toys, and I did that. So this technically counts as a video that I was gonna do. And again, I had to do the whole wave because the next wave is coming. It's on its way to me. That's the one with Luke, the new Leia. Um, so I'm gonna get that in the next week or so. I'm very excited about that. So anyway, well, I'm glad you got home. I'm probably gonna hop off. Is there a Black Series you wish they'd retool? Like I mean, I don't know. Retool. I had a whole list of figures I wish they'd remake, but retool is hard. I mean, we there's a lot of figures we need newer versions of for sure. Again, I made a whole list of it, but we're getting them. So like again, we just got the IG-12 set. We definitely need that retooled into an IG-11 and an IG-88 for sure. Like if they did that, it would be amazing. Um, Definitely wish that they would do the classic Episode 3 Commander Gree on the new clone body for sure. Absolutely. Death Trooper. I could see it. I could see it. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's. You know what? I would say before they did the Death Trooper, I would want them to do a new Scarif Trooper. I feel like it's still too old school in terms of articulation, and redoing it with better knee and elbow cuts, and then also some proper shoulder joints like the butterfly joints. I think that would be really good as well. I think those are all good options for sure. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna bail out. I really really appreciate everyone being here while I open toys. It means a lot to me that you guys did that. Um, Especially on a night where distractions are fun, whether you need distraction or not. I did. So thanks for being here and distracting me while I opened toys so I wasn't just doing it all by myself. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. Thanks for hanging, Joby One, Lazy Aardvark, uh, Harpo Quandrax, Anthony Elsbecker, like all you guys, Rogelio. Thanks for jumping. Thanks for jumping on, Ryan. Thanks for jumping on at the end. Absolutely, Faded Plastic. Thanks for being here, David Williams. Thank you for being here. Lack of sleep near. I'm just going through looking at all the people that have been chatting. Jedi Master Joshua, you guys are all great. Thanks for being on. Rhino Hobbies, cool. Well, if you want, you can hop on and help out the channel by joining the channel membership, but you don't have to. Just being here is enough, to be honest. I'm gonna keep making videos, but tonight I just needed to talk for a long time and not have to worry about what I was gonna do with it afterwards, i.e., editing it, because that's the annoying part for me. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.